morning. There was a time once in my life where enough was enough. I was just completely finished. I was just completely done. I was just completely fed up. And it was time to do something about things. What are these things and what was I fed up about? In life, so many of us, including myself, always played victim. And in this position of victim comes with a lot of resentment, a lot of baggage, a lot of burdens, a lot of bitterness, a lot of hate. It's miserable and it will torment you. But there's a time in life where I was completely done being the victim, and it was time for me to change. You see, when I was an alcoholic, I was completely lost inside. I was completely empty inside. I had no life within me. And then when I sobered up, my first year of sobriety, was horrific for me, because everything in my life that I was running from, that I drowned out with alcohol, came to surface. So there are many things that I was facing within myself, things in my heart that I carried, thoughts in my mind that I had to face within this year. And that alcohol that used to be my crutch was no longer there. Therefore, I had no other choice but to find a new way, or to just to face it. And I didn't even know how to. So within that year, I was completely tormented and miserable from these insecurities, from guilt, from bitterness, from betrayal, from rage, from hate, anger. I was completely miserable in this 1 year of my life. Many nights that I did not sleep because I was just bawling my eyes out from anxieties and fear. You see, and here it is. Within that year, as a matter of fact, those first 3 years, I lived by myself. And I thank the Lord for that solitude. Because that inner world that we all carry, that many of us are unaware of, we're in bondage, we're in chains, we're imprisoned. But that torment, the rage and the pain from that torment, when we're in a position where with others that surround us, it is easily, and we do easily, explode from that rage and that torment that's within inside of us, that misery that we hold within us. We unleash it by using others as the cause, by blaming others. But in that time, as I lived in solitude, and the Lord placed myself from a position of being surrounded by others, there was nobody else to blame. people are gone, you will recognize and you will realize that people were never the problem. You are the problem. The things you hold inside of you are the problem. People that surround you are not the problem. But we must take ourselves out of the opportunities of blaming others, because it's so easily to do, and that's what we do. So when I realized I was the problem, that this torment was within me and this misery was within me, that the issues were in me, that the toxic nature and the toxic character was not from others but was from within me, I became hungry to change this within me. And we all, in order to change, in order to stop being tormented and miserable inside, we all need to recognize that we are the problem. You can only try to decorate the tree on the outside for so long. But until you fix those roots, it won't be a healthy tree. And for so many years, I fought others, thinking that they were the problem, when I should have been fighting of what was causing this within me. So I ask, have you ever had a moment or a time like this in your life, or you know that in life, this is not life? And so many of us accepted life to be such as this because we've been living life for so long in this way, in this manner. So I started fighting. I said, nobody can see or hear what goes inside me, what goes on. Therefore, I'm going to come against what is going on inside me. I'm going to go against with anything that is in my heart. I'm going to go against with any thoughts that break me, that paralyze me. So I did. I became hungry. So are you hungry? Are you hungry to change you? Are you hungry to transform your mind? Are you hungry to gain a new heart? Because I tell you, the things we carry inside and no matter how many apologies we receive or we hear, that won't fix and will not break the chains or give you the key to release you from that prison inside yourself. was on this, I became passionate and I desired to seek a transformation within myself. There comes a time when we stop focusing on appearances, on what can be seen, and we must start paying attention to what is not seen, on the unseen. And I tell you, once I started reading, writing, applying, the truth, the Word of God, when you start tasting His goodness, you start eating and drinking from Him. And when He is your only source, and when you put down the sources of this world, when you stop feeding and drinking off of other people, approval, applause, many things will start changing within yourself.